What's up, Game Changers, and welcome to the Game Changers Podcast. I'm your host, TJ, aka Mr. Game Changer, and we back with another episode of the Game Changers Podcast, episode 87, man, and we here, and it's hot. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. And I'm not saying like, oh, TJ, you live in Chicago, it ain't that hot. It was 80-something today, that ain't cool. This is not my season. Of course, I can adapt well, but y'all all know winter is my season, bro. I don't get down with the summer. I don't rock with the summer. I don't rock with sweating for no reason at all, bro. I work out, I sweat, cool. I play basketball, I sweat, cool, bro. Like, even if I'm running around throughout the day, moving a lot, just sweat a little bit, cool. But if I'm just walking around the house, doing something, or just not even doing the littlest things and I'm sweating, bro, I'm not feeling that, bro. I'm not feeling that. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't even know how I sat on this couch, bro. I wanted to be in some air conditioning. I don't got air conditioning right here. You feel me? It's when I get to the top, bro, of this podcasting thing, and let me take out my gum, because I don't want to be chewing in y'all ear. When I get to the top, bro, I'm going to be like, bro, I was at the bottoms. I was somewhere in the basement somewhere, no air conditioning, still podcasting, still putting out content during the summer, bro. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. Pray for me that I don't have a fit on this podcast today. It ain't really nothing to really have a fit over, but like y'all probably can't see it, but I'm sweating a little bit, bro, because it's hot in my crib. We ain't really got no central air like that. I'm telling all my business right now. Let me see. It's 88. Oh my gosh. It's 88 degrees at 6:40. And then it's supposed to be windy, 86 at 7 o'clock, bro. That means it's finna be blowing hot air. I opened the windows to see if it helped, man. I ain't feeling this, bro. I ain't feeling this. Shout out to the people that live in Arizona, Texas, that's been going through this probably for the past month. Y'all get 88 just on the January Saturday morning, you feel me? But us, no. I'm used to the type of weather that I'm cool with is like 40s, 50s. Like 40s, 50s is my bag. Like really my bag is the 20s and 30s too. But some people can't handle that. Some people need coats. All I need is maybe a double jacket or maybe even a jacket. People don't even count their car. So in a sense of when I get out, when I leave the house, I'm going from point A to point B, but not as far as direction. I'm leaving my door, which is point A, and I'm going to get in my car, which is point B. So if I have one jacket on and it's like, let's say 30 degrees outside, I'm cool because my car is an extra layer. So I ain't tripping. So I get in the car, I turn on the heat, and then I'm cool. I don't need a coat. I don't need nothing. I just need that hoodie. So once I drive to my place, I get out. Let's say if I'm going to work, I get out and I go in a place where it's some more heat. So it's like that's my type of logic when it comes to me thriving in 20, 30 degree weather. But this right here, you got to take off your clothes. Like it makes sense. Like in the summer when you sweat, you got to wear less clothes. Like females do it, males do it. We wear the muscle shirts. Females, they get the booty shorts. They didn't came up with the hoochie daddies for us. You might see me in some hoochie daddies this summer, man. I don't like the heat. You might see me in some hoochie daddies. You feel me? Watch. Keep your girl close, cause TJ with the hoochie daddies on. It's a scary sight. It's a scary sight. Yo, I can't believe y'all made that a thing. Obviously, I'm joking, but I can't believe y'all made hoochie daddy shorts for men a thing. But it is a thing. Enough about the weather, though. I'm just looking. 75, 81, 82, 75. Okay, it's going down 68 Sunday. I like that. It's going to rain a little bit, but next week is going, oh my gosh. I might turn this camera off. I'm itching, but okay. Let's get to the point at hand, man. The NBA playoffs, game sevens. We all seen it. We going to start with the Knicks and Pacers. Man, oh man, when we talk about injury clinic, you feel me? Injury prone clinic. And a lot of people was blaming Tom Thibodeau, the coach of the New York Knicks, but the Knicks and Pacers played Game 7 in Madison Square Garden. We started off the evening with Stephen A. screaming into the camera with Spike Lee at his side. It felt really New Yorkish. It felt like the Knicks were going to win. It felt like the Knicks were going to make it to a Eastern Conference Finals in I don't know how many years. But no, injury spoiled that. OG Anunoby tried to play the first quarter. Man, I seen him. Boy, he made 2 shots, actually. He made 2 shots. And every one of them shots he made after he shot it, he limping back, bro. He got out that game. He ain't come back a lick since. They only played him, like 5 minutes. Because it's like, you can see he tried to give it a go. And he made like a 3 or 2. And the crowd was going crazy, but it's like after that, like you could see him grimacing. You could see him not walking right, bro. He tried to give it a go, and it did not work. So OG Anunoby went down. Then we got Josh Hart. His abdomen, but he was still playing. But the real bummer was Jalen Brunson, him getting hurt. That really hurt the Knicks' chances, and once he got hurt, you knew it was over. The Pacers capitalized. I mean, it was a little back and forth. The Pacers got a decent lead going into halftime, but you could still feel like it's still Madison Square Garden, so they can come out and do something. But that third quarter, when Brunson got hurt, it was over after that. And like I said, a lot of people blame Tom Thibodeau, like for the whole season, he played Josh Hart so many minutes, but Josh Hart has stated that, hey, we're basketball players. We get paid millions of dollars to go out there and play basketball. So it's like, why would I complain about minutes? Okay, cool. That is a logical point. It's a good point, Josh Hart. But the flip side of that coin is what we've seen happen. I'm not saying that was Jalen Brunson's problem, but not even OG Anunoby, because he got there mid-season. Or did he? Did he start the season? I think they traded for him or something. But as far as resting them players, bro, the big man, Julius Randle, Josh Hart, like everybody on that team was banged up, had about 6 players out after Jalen Brunson went out. It's like the Knicks, they tried their hardest, and they all got a standing ovation when they went out the game. Like Halliburton, he played well. He was talking to the crowd. He was hitting threes. Like he really turned it on. So I don't want to make this a Knicks injury based thing, but the Pacers really played well also. I was watching the game like it was the finals. I was sitting on the couch, had my snacks ready. Who else? What is his name? Pascal Siakam. He started out hot. I think he started out like 4 for 4, 5 for 5, something like that. So the Pacers definitely came to play. It's just we didn't get to see a full Knicks roster play this Pacers team. So I do put a little bit on the injuries. I do put a little bit on Tom Thibodeau. If he can find a way to scale it back just a little bit. You don't have to have all your players playing 35, 40 plus minutes. You feel me? Like, section off some of that time for other players. But at the same time, I got to look at the Knicks front office. Like, you have Jalen Brunson, and y'all probably going to pay him a little bit more money next season. It was reported that he might sign a $154 million extension. So, of course, you're going to secure Brunson, but who are you going to put around him that's going to help this organization grow and get to that next step, which is the Eastern Conference Finals, which is the finals? Like, if the Knicks had a healthy Julius Randle OG Anunoby, Bogdanovich, like who knows where they would be right now. Maybe they'll be playing the Celtics. Maybe they beat the Celtics and go to the finals. Knicks in the finals, like that is good for everyone. That is good for New York, and that is good for the NBA Association. That's good for basketball fans, whether you're a Knicks fan or not. Like if you see the New York Knicks in the NBA finals, you're gonna watch that because it's the New York Knicks. Like the celebs come out, like just the culture of New York, like the fans is gonna go to a whole nother level. So the front office has to really see that their team has a chance to do that, especially in this weaker Eastern Conference Finals. Like, I'm not saying the Bucks won't get better. I'm not saying, well, I don't think Philadelphia is going to get better. So I can make a bold take right now. They need to blow that whole thing up. I know you got Embiid. I know, but he is injury prone, and I've seen it in the past 5 years. If you blow that, if they blow the Philadelphia 76ers up, that whole team up and start from scratch, I would not be mad. The city of Philadelphia would probably be mad, but I would not be mad. I would probably go in another direction. I would probably trade Joel Embiid for another superstar. I'm trying to think. Somebody, shoot. I trade him for Kawhi. I trade him for Paul George. I'm just trying to think of people that's could be available right now. Like, who else? Man, who would I trade him for? It's some people in my head, but I'm gonna come back to that. Conversation because I can't really think about nobody right now. But dang, I forgot my point. What was my point? Oh, the weak Eastern Conference. So it's just like, Milwaukee might get better. Who else? The Heat might get better. Shoot. Orlando Magic, I know they're gonna get better, but it's just like they're a little weak right now. So the New York Knicks could definitely capitalize as far as getting into that free agent market and going to work. I brought up Kawhi, I brought up Paul George. I think Paul George is a great fit. I think Donovan Mitchell. The Lakers are looking at Donovan Mitchell right now from the Cavs, but I think New York needs to spend that bread. Needs to spend that capital, send them trades, send them picks over, whatever y'all got, go get Donovan Mitchell. You feel me? I know Jalen Brunson is ball dominant, but I think they can work together. Jalen Brunson just scale it back a bit and play point guard like I made with the Kyrie and Luka point. I thought they both were going to be ball dominant, but Kyrie really showed me that he can be that point guard and help lead his team. That's why he's in the Western Conference Finals right now. So shout out to the Pacers. They play the Celtics. By the time this episode comes out, we'll see the victor of that game. But on to the second game of the night. Probably the best game of the night. The Wolves versus the Nuggets, man. I'm not gonna lie. That phrase, they had us in the first half. They had us. It was looking bad in the first half. But that second half, the Timberwolves came back. The Nuggets started off like they usually started off. Well, not usually, but when they start off good, it's hard to get them off that path and come back and win. So they started off good. They were hitting shots. Everyone looked like they were scoring, but Michael Porter Jr., he was a little cold that night. I think that's why he Brown or whatever his last name, the white dude, that's why he played a little bit more over Michael Porter Jr. because he was playing better. Jamal Murray played good. Jokic, he didn't play his best game, but I mean, he almost get a triple-double every night. So what is his like standard? Like a 30-point triple-double is a good night for him. You feel me? But if a 25 10 rebound and 7 assist game, is that not a good game? You feel me? I think he had around that, but it's like Jokic is so good that it's like a 25 10 and 7 game is it's not his best game. Like, that's a crazy stat line. So Jokic, he did good. You feel me? But probably not according to his standards. He probably could have did better. But even Mike Malone, their coach, said in a post game interview, he was like, "Yo, they gave it all. It was a long season, exhausting season, but at the end of the day, you still have to play basketball. It's a game." And Jamal Murray and Jokic, they were carrying it. You just need others to help, and I felt like he kind of pushed Michael Porter Jr. under the bus a little bit. I think he was alluding to him. And, it was a couple other things in that post interview, but I'm going to get to that with Mike Malone. But during the game, man, Karl Anthony Towns played well. Anthony Edwards, he was struggling. He was really struggling. I was yelling at the TV, and even watching this game made me think like, yo, I could be a basketball coach. And I don't want y'all to think, oh, you can't. No, I'm not talking about NBA. I'm just talking about if I was to start out to be a basketball coach right now, because I've been around basketball like mostly all my life. Like even in college, even though I did not play in college, I was still a manager of the basketball team. So I saw the intricacies of it. I saw what was going on. I saw everything, all the ins and outs of the whole program. So, as I was watching this game, I thought to myself, yo, I could coach high school basketball, because like when I see certain things on the floor, like I can instantly make adjustments, maybe call a timeout. Like, okay, like I seen a play where Mike Conley was up top, either him or Anthony Edwards. They were dribbling up top and they gave it to Alexander. Alexander was in the game, and then I think they did like a down screen before Alexander got the ball. He caught the ball, and then on the switch was Jamal Murray on Cat. They threw it down to Cat. He did a little spin move. I think he got fouled or he made the layup. But I'm like, yo, that was a great play. They should run that down. They should run that to the ground until like Denver adjust to that. You feel me? Because they were not doubling Karl Anthony Towns that first half. That's because they were doubling Anthony Edwards. That's why Anthony Edwards he wasn't really getting his shots, and I understand why you don't want to go ISO, and they won the game because of it. So that was great coaching on they part on Minnesota, but I would have wanted Anthony Edwards to get it going a little bit earlier. Even though they still won, I would have ran more plays for him. I would have probably called a couple more isolations for him. Just to, like, it was one play where they got the defensive rebound. Anthony Edwards was coming down on the left side, and it was only one other defender because he's like pushing the ball a little bit, and KCP was in front of him, and I'm like, attack. And he just did this dribble move and came right back out and passed it back out. And I'm like, you can't drive left? Like, why are you not driving left or like doing the move and attacking him? Like, they eventually got in a bonus, but that was because Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, Naz Reid, they were being aggressive. Shout out to Rudy Gobert with the fade. Bro, they were right. When Rudy Gobert hit that, I was like, oh my gosh, it's over. It's over, because Jokic hit those type of shots on my Lakers so many times, bro. Like, I done got really frustrated just seeing, like, bro, he really just hit that. Not only once, but throughout this game, he done hit 3 of those turnaround fade, 3 high-arcing all net shots that you just be like, we just played excellent defense. The time was going down 3-2-1, and he still makes the shot over maybe 1 or 2 defenders or a long Anthony Davis with a hand in his face. So now Rudy Gobert with the turnaround. Game over. Yeah, I knew it was over as soon as he hit that. I'm like, Rudy! I almost gave him the player of the game. But Jaden McDaniels, it's so many things about this game. Like, I'm bouncing around. I could talk about this, and we let's talk about it. Like, Anthony Edwards, I felt like he could have been. I'm gonna get back to Jaden McDaniels, but Anthony Edwards, I felt like he could have been a little bit more aggressive. As far as when we get this, or not even Anthony Edwards, the team, when we get this defensive rebound, we're gone. It was too many times in the first half where I saw them get the defensive rebound. We just taking our time. No, push it down their throats, because when any team that has like someone athletic on their team, bro, which both teams had at least two people that are really athletic on their team that can really push it and go down the court, bro. Like, when you have players on your team like that, you have to push the ball. So I'm yelling at the TV like, push the ball. That's why I think I can coach. Like, bro, if I see my high schoolers not pushing that ball down their throat, bro, I'm going to get upset. I'm going to be like, as soon as y'all get the defensive rebound, get it to a point guard or something, or push it. Or if you can handle the ball, like, you know, I feel like Cat can handle the ball. You get the rebound, get it down there. You get the rebound. You see Mike Conley pushing out, get him out. Like, even Jaden McDaniels getting to him, like, you feel me? He was pushing the ball. He was really doing well, bro. He was getting open when he needed to. He was playing great defense. Jaden McDaniels, I think he had 25 points. The last game 6, before game 7, he had 21 points. When Jaden McDaniels is on, like, the Timberwolves are also on because they have that extra help. Like, Anthony Edwards is not shooting well. Jaden McDaniels is doing well. Naz Reid is doing well. Rudy Gobert, I was finna name him player of the game. He hitting free throws. They fouling him on purpose. He hitting free throws. He hitting faders. In the first half, though, the rebounding is suspect. That's the only thing I will say about Rudy Gobert. I would like him to be more aggressive in that paint. With Jokic, get off. Give me that. Give me that. He was looking scared under that rim the first half. But the second half, you know, it got a little better. But that's all I have a critique on Rudy Gobert is be more aggressive down there, bro. That's what I loved about Dwight Howard. He didn't take nothing from Jokic. I'm not gonna get into that because I can talk about that. But Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid doing well in that paint. Now Naz Reid was aggressive. Naz Reid was aggressive. That's why he got fouled. He went to the free throw line. He was getting buckets down low. He had a key putback dunk. Like, this whole game was great, bro. If they was down 20 points in the third quarter, the Timberwolves was, and then the Nuggets just came back, bro. Like, it was a great game. Anthony Edwards showed up going into the fourth quarter, even though he only had 16 points. But he was talking to him. Jokic got a little mad at the game because he waving at the crowd. But he young, bro. These young people are getting these old dudes out of here. I'm not saying Jokic is young or Murray. They still on the younger side. But they older than Anthony Edwards, so he gonna talk his stuff. He only 22 years old. See ya. Wouldn't want to be all these Minnesota fans. I'm pretty sure they was saying something to him. Jaden McDaniels tried to baptize Caldwell Pope, but Caldwell Pope, such a veteran professional, he still like that. He can still get up. Caldwell Pope's like, what you doing, little? I'm like, come on, man. What you doing? It's 30-something seconds left. You trying to do a bounce off the flow, catch, lob to yourself? Not in this building. You feel me? Jokic had to come over there and say something. Anthony Edwards over there looking like Jordan. I know we don't. I said I don't like the Jordan comparisons, but he did. He looked up at Jokic like that look, that squint eyes look like, who you talking to? Like, it did look a little like Jordan. I'm not gonna lie, it looked a little like Jordan. So this whole game is just a definition of teamwork. Like, when you see your teammate, one of your leaders not doing as well, you picking up the slack, bro. Like, even Alexander came in and gave them great minutes, bro. Mike Conley is such a professional. I seen him get out of character a little bit as far as like, yo, ref, call these calls. Like, you feel me? I seen him not out of character, but just more like he was showing more expression because he really wanted this game, bro. It was like certain calls the refs wasn't blowing the whistle on or was blowing the whistle on. He was like, yo, like, call this call, or this is like, I seen Mike Conley get a little, I love it, bro, because it's a game 7. Like, people want to win. And that's why I believe Anthony Edwards waved at the crowd like, this is game 7, see y'all later. That's what the fans want to see. Forget your sportsmanship for a second. Hey, sometimes we have to forget sportsmanship is cool, but it sometimes you ain't gotta be the most sports friendly, the most other team friendly. Like, I'm waving at your crowd, I'm talking to you, you feel me? Just like Jamal Murray was talking, just like Mike Malone was talking, just like whoever else was talking. Anthony Edwards could talk too. Sportsmanship ain't gotta be the thing that, you feel me, happens all the time. I ain't gotta have sportsmanship all the time. Let's debunk that. You feel me? Like, sportsmanship, cool most of the time, but sometimes you can get out of character a little bit, wave at the crowd, talk something to the, you feel me? Like we winning, we up. Y'all thought y'all was gonna win. Y'all thought y'all was a dynasty. No. It take a little bit more. It take a little bit more to be a dynasty. Yeah, they was making the memes where LeBron and Curry was sitting in the chair the All-Star game and they laughing. They like, yeah. LeBron James and Stephen Curry went to years back to the NBA Finals. It's not that easy, Denver. It's not that easy, Murray. It's not that easy, Jokic. Go back to Serbia with them horses. It's not that easy, Mike Malone. Post-game interview, you out here cursing out the reporter because he asked you a simple question. You calling it a stupid question. I don't think it was a stupid question at all. And I want to hear it real quick. Y'all probably can't hear this real quick, but I just want to reiterate what he was saying, because it was like, I didn't feel like it was stupid at all. Let me hear this.
Just to absorb a loss like this after going ahead by 20. Next question, man. How hard is it just to absorb a loss?
How hard is it to absorb a loss like this?
Next question, man. The season's over. That's what's hard. Up 20. The season's over. You don't understand that. The season's over. It's hard. Stupid ass questions.
He says stupid ass questions. Watch your mouth. Yeah, watch your mouth, sore loser. Sore loser, yeah. Us Lakers fan was cheering on the Timberwolves, bro. We was cheering on the Timberwolves, bro. Like this, yeah. Go home. Cancun on 3. Come on, man. Come on, LeBron. Look. Dwight Howard then created a meme on Twitter of him over wherever he at in Taiwan on a boat, and like, come on, join me in overseas in vacation while you sit down and because you lost. You feel me? So I don't appreciate that, especially Mike Malone. He was real saucy. He was talking real crazy when he beat us in the Western Conference Finals, then eventually won the finals. Denver did last year, but you feel me? It's over with for that. Y'all got to figure out a way to come back. And if y'all lose next year, don't let y'all lose next year. Because you like, he said something about the Spurs didn't win every year and they was still a dynasty. Do not compare yourself to the Spurs. Do not. I don't want you to do that, because you gonna get dragged. Not only by me, but by others. You not Popovich. You don't have you may have a Tim Duncan on your team, but you don't have that team. You don't have that dynasty. I'm telling you right now, bro. You this might be the only one you get. I'm not saying I've seen Denver do it, so I'm not saying they won't do it again, but a dynasty like the Spurs, I don't see that in the Denver Nuggets, bro. Especially with the competition already out here, especially with the growing the teams that's growing, bro. Like these young dudes, OKC, Luka is still what, 24, 25. The Mavericks, the Timberwolves that just beat y'all, bro. Like, they're young teams that's finna be at your neck every game, every single game next season, bro. So I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't respect Mike Malone at all, bro. When the Lakers see him, it's always gonna be Denver K, bro. Real talk. As long as Mike Malone there, as long as Jamal Murray there, as long as Joker's there, it's always gonna be Nuggets K for me. But shout out to the Timberwolves, y'all played well. That post game interview, bro. Cat is hilarious. Anthony Edwards is even more hilarious. He deserves to be the face of that franchise. And I told y'all, I sat here right here. He deserves to be the face of the NBA, bro. If he wins this championship, he deserves to be the face of the NBA. And now we got the Mavericks, and the Timberwolves Western Conference Finals, and the Celtics and the Pacers. I'm gonna get my prediction real quick and the games. I'm going to say Timberwolves in 7. And I'm going to say Celtics in 6. Celtics in 6, Timberwolves in 7. I don't think the Mavericks have the defense to match up with the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves are going to out-defense the Mavericks, because I still believe Kevin Durant. I still believe defense wins championships. And the Celtics, I feel like they're just a better team than the Pacers. Now, the Celtics have surprised people this season about, like, different losses they have taken. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers beat the Celtics in the 7-game series. I don't see it happening, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. I would be mad if it did too. The Indiana Pacers in the finals, the only person in the world would be that would be happy about that is Gary Indiana and freaking Reggie Miller. Those the only two people / places that would be happy to see the Pacers in the NBA finals. So that's who I got. So I got the Celtics and Timberwolves going to the finals. I'll make that prediction when that comes. But those are my predictions. And NBA basketball is here, man. And I love it that I'm finna see a new champion, bro. Like a new champion, whether it's Jason Tatum, whether it's Halliburton, whether it's Luka, or whether it's Anthony Edwards, bro. We finna see a new champion. And I think the Celtics need to win it. They should be more desperate than anybody, because if they don't win this year, it needs to be some changes in that Celtics organization. Somebody needs to go. Like I may be making bold takes, especially the one I said about Embiid and the Sixers, but I'm saying that about the Celtics too. Like, somebody has to go, either Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. One of these dudes gotta go. You gotta trade them. You gotta trade them for some value, because it's if you're not winning a championship, this is your best chance to do it right now. And if you don't win, that means something is really wrong. Something is wrong. And y'all not even injured like that for real. It's Porzingis and that's it. But y'all can still beat the Pacers without Porzingis. I'll put money on y'all to beat the Pacers without Porzingis. I know y'all can. But that's up to y'all. That's if y'all want it or not. For real, for real. But I'm gonna move on to some entertainment real quick. So I didn't want to touch on this really, but this Diddy situation keep popping up, and I'm gonna keep it brief. Of course, it was a video that came out that he assaulted Cassie, but he can't be arrested for it by LA County because of how long ago it was. And so many people have came out and said it's disgusting and stuff. Cam was also on CNN. They were interviewing him about it. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why they have Cameron on CNN. Even Cameron was kind of blue. He was like, who booked me for this? Because they kept trying to bait him. Like, they was asking him questions like, oh, what's the feeling in the industry about what's going on with Diddy? Just kept asking these Diddy questions, alluding to like he may know some information about Diddy, and he kept saying like, yo, I don't know nothing about like Diddy, nothing he doing. Like, he ain't even my friend for real. Like, I just know that I seen the video and it was bad. Like, but she kept trying to bait him. At the end, he was like, yo, who booked me for this? Like, she asked me all these wild questions. He was really going, and she had to end it real quick. So that was a funny thing that happened. Probably the only funny thing that would be funny about this situation, because Diddy should be in jail somewhere. He should be in like a freaking cell, like somewhere rotting, because the stuff that is been alleged that he's doing. And just another person that used to work with him is suing him. Like, he's got so many people suing him. He got cases pending. But at the same time, it's like, why is he not in jail? And I'm gonna leave it at this. They did say Kanye said that he was a Fed, and it kind of looks like that. It looks like it's something bigger that's happening right now, and that's the reason why he's not in jail. It seems like it's more people involved, because they brought up trafficking. It's more people involved, and it's bigger fist and fry possibly than Diddy. Which is crazy to say, right? Like, who's bigger than Diddy that they need to go get? But it's something like, it's a whole case that they need to make. And I don't think it's only Diddy in it. So I think Diddy is telling them names, giving them videos, giving them all of that. And his name might be spewed in the public, but I think Diddy is giving up some names in order for him to keep his freedom. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he giving up some people that's bigger than him, so he don't go to jail. And a lot of people are gonna be mad if he don't go to jail, including me. But that might happen. Y'all should keep that in consideration, because I'm just wondering right now why he not in jail, and this is the only reason I could think. Like, he's working with the police and he's telling them names so he can keep himself out of prison. So that whole Diddy situation is crazy, bro. I don't even want to touch on it. I might touch on it again if more stuff arrives, but I'm done talking about it right now. Also another thing, another story that I'm going to really pay attention to. I don't have too much on it right now, but people are disassociating themselves from Greek organizations because it goes against their moral and spiritual code. It was this girl that came out that said she's denouncing her role in, like, I forgot what sorority it was, but it was a major sorority at Howard University, a place that my sister goes. And she said that they were saying, like, I gotta pledge my allegiance to something, and come to the altar and do some, like, just some stuff that sounds like being in a cult. And I've already questioned some of these fraternities and sororities, like, being a little cultish before. Like, you feel me? I mentally got a beef with, like, the what is it called? The Qs, the dogs, because I had a bad situation, a bad experience with them. But I'm not saying that's everybody. I don't have, like, a thing against all of them, but it's just like mentally, I can vividly see that situation in my head, and it was bad with some people in that organization. And I'm like, bro, it's some things that go on that we don't know. So I'm gonna keep a close eye on this. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some more stuff coming out on this, and I'm gonna have my sister back on this couch. I actually got an episode of us and her talking about Howard and HBCU. So I don't think it's a HBCU thing, but it can become an HBCU thing, because a lot of these black organizations are stem from HBCU. So, man, hopefully these organizations, these Greek organizations, aren't cult-like. Hopefully not, bro, because I know a lot of people that join these fraternities and sororities, and I'm good friends with them. So I don't want to get on here and talk bad about it, but I will if some stuff come out. And I'll have my sister here to back me up because she go to HBCU. So she sees some stuff. I was even texting her. She said she talked to the girl that put the stuff out before. Like, she's had a conversation with her. So, you know, it's some things to definitely talk about and uncover, but I ain't gonna do it right now. But that's all I got for y'all today. It was a slow news cycle, but the NBA is still here, man. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on that. I might do an NBA finals, like, video, game by game video review. So stay tuned for that. But one of the most important things in this world is to try to help others, man, because a little bit of inspiration, y'all, a little bit for others can go a long way. Mr. Game Changer, I'm signing out.